Thanks for tuning in to Juicy Pop. I am your host, Miss J.
I'm Destiny Faith.
And I'm Lord Brody.
Hey, y'all. How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
What's good?
How y'all doing today?
I'm good. I'm ready to start sipping and get into some of this Juicy Pop news because, y'all, it's a whole lot going on right now.
Baby girl, what? Too much.
All right, y'all. So Juicy Pop is the new home of urban pop news, interviews, and juicy tea about your favorite celebrities. So let's go ahead and get into it right about now. If y'all been keeping up with the newest season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know Sheree Whitfield. She has been dating her longtime boyfriend, or boo, Tyrone, who was recently released from jail. He ended up standing her up on one of the recent episodes of this season, and she ended their relationship over that. Well, since then, Sheree has been spotted with Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt. And if y'all know anything about his track record, it isn't the greatest. He cheated on his ex-wife, Melody Holt, had a baby on her with a whole nother woman. He even publicly humiliated her on social media, which eventually led to their divorce. So news just broke this past week that him and Sheree, who's 52, have been dating for about 2 months now. And they actually met through a mutual friend, according to TMZ. And according to Sheree, she's saying they just been hanging out. Now, y'all already know when somebody say they just been hanging out with somebody. It's a little bit more than just hanging out. She also added that she is really just enjoying her life right now, which we not mad at her. Live your best life, sis. But her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star, Candy, actually weighed in on the conversation and shared that she is scared for Sheree. And that basically she's being used for publicity. And another friend of hers actually was dating him, Martell, as well, prior to him and Sheree. And that friend actually reached out to Candy and said, hey, you know, Candy, she owns multiple restaurants. She has Blaze Steakhouse. And so the friend had asked Candy basically if she could reserve extra tables at Blaze because they had a photographer coming so they could take pictures and videos. And the friend of Martell could post pictures to social media. Candy said only like one blog really picked it up. But she pretty much just wants Sheree to be careful and not get her feelings hurt again or get embarrassed. So I got a question for y'all. If y'all were in Sheree's position, how would you feel dating Martell, knowing his history, knowing how he's treated his wife in the past, now knowing that Candy has this tea or this juice, as we should say, on Juicy Pop, that basically he's out here doing the thing and living his best life?
I wouldn't date him. And if I were to date him, I would not take him serious. I mean, sir, you have a history of being a jackass. You're not about to bring that energy into my life. So if I were to date him, he will not be anybody that I take serious. And, you know, sometimes when you're dating someone, you start to catch feelings. But I just feel as if he's someone going into dating him, you already should have the mindset, okay, he's not the type of man that I want to settle down with, especially with what she has already been through. I mean, why are you entering something that mimics what you just got out of? That's just me. I mean, hey, I don't, as the woman that I am, if I know for a fact you're this type of nigga, I'm gonna handle you how I'm supposed to handle you. Let me just say that.
I just feel like Sheree should just live her hot girl summer. I mean, I feel like you waited long, and I just don't understand why she just keep jumping into situation. It's like, enjoy being single. I get it. You know, you want to like build a life, but I feel like Sheree's already been married to Bob Whitfield. Like, you already been down that journey. You know, like, hey, you had plenty of time today. You waited for the jail meat to get out, and then he up and leave your ass. Now, all he did was just make you just add more to his name. Once you think about it, this man has been the topic of discussions for many a season. Now he out of jail. And he stands your ass up at the coffee shop. This bitch had on a full fur, a whole fur, and she was like, oh yeah, this is it. You got left at the door, honey, looking down. And then now you're gonna jump into a situation where Martell, like, I just feel like she has to be real careful. Like, I like Sheree. Let me tell you, I feel like Sheree has one of the biggest brands out that just hasn't hit the market yet. She by Sheree stands on its own by itself. Mm-hmm. So she needs to like market and just enjoy and work, sweetie. Just work. Yes. The man will come when he's supposed to.
The right one at that.
when you least expect it, they say that's when the right man comes along. And so there's also been rumors that I read. I don't know how true it is, but apparently Martell is supposed to be helping her get She by Sheree off the ground. I don't know what connections he got to the fashion industry. I don't know how he's going to help it. Maybe he's financing some things. I don't really know, but I feel like Sheree's name holds more weight than Martell's does. So
yeah,
I don't know how it's really benefiting her at this point. Maybe, like you said, Brody, she's just having her hot girl summer. She got the cougar pussy out here. She just living her best life, seeing what else she can snatch up while she still look good. Because she don't look 52. She don't even look close to being any day close to 50.
She looks
she looks maybe a little close.
She looks great.
She does.
She looks great. I'm gonna give her that. And that's what I'm saying. She really, even with that and her success, her career, you don't have to deal with these type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's just like, girl, I might like you, Brody. Maybe she having a hot girl summer with the cougar pussy. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh, you okay? Because you know our dates the old honey. Look. 50, 80, 70. Bring them my way.
Honey, go get you a sugar daddy, Brody.
Look, okay.
I got one.
We gonna keep y'all updated on this whole situation. We don't know how it's gonna play out, but once we get some updated information, y'all will know first right here from JuicyPop. But on to the next topic, our auntie Patti LaBelle, she joined, who is also the godmother of soul. Let me add that, by the way. She actually joined Nori and DJ Effin on Drink Champs this past week, y'all. And she was on there spilling a whole bunch of juice, okay, y'all? Forget the tea. She has the juice for everybody to be sipping on. She was talking about how her son pretty much told her about the offer and the invite for her to come on a Drink Champs. And so she was asking him, well, do I have to smoke reefer to go on there? Because y'all know they be on there puff up passing. Nori be on there getting high as hell, okay? She also shared that she is now 78 years old. And let me add this, by the way. Auntie Patti is looking good. Her hair was laid to the gods. Her face was beat to the gods. Her outfit was the bomb. She was drinking out of this champagne glass, y'all, that she been had for over 20 years, and it was crystal. That she actually said she's had it, and she just continues to take it wherever she goes. She travels with it. She also gave DJ Effin and Nori the opportunity and permission to go ahead and smoke. She was like, she ain't worried about it. So that tell me that Auntie Patti be chiefing herself. She might not be smoking that gas, but she's smoking something at home. Are y'all excited to see this interview, and have y'all watched it yet?
I haven't watched it yet, but I am excited to see it. I mean, it's Auntie Patti, and I feel like Auntie Patti got a little groove about herself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, Auntie Patti doing her thing. She keeping me hope, honey, because when I be 70, 78, honey, I need to be getting around looking like her. You feel me? I need to be laid, honey. Need to be looking good. I might have to pop up past me one at 78. I don't know. Probably got Patti looking how she looking. Who's to say here, honey? I'm just saying.
Destiny, you are crazy. But no, Auntie Patti, I follow her on Instagram, and Mama be decked. Mama had a nasty crocodile Birkin on her page. She got more than one. She got red, black. I even saw purple, I think. I'm like, Auntie Patti is living the life, honey. Mama be shaking them little lamb chops in her little Ziploc bag. I'll be watching her little videos. I'll be like, Auntie, go eat some lamb chops.
I ain't mad at
you. But I would love to see Auntie Patti with her joint, honey. Just
all bougie and classy with it, okay?
With her legs crossed, honey.
Right.
Okay, giving you a little hum, a little.
Y'all, we need to get Auntie Patti on JuicyPop because she need to come and cook for us. Talk about how she cook collard greens. Y'all know she got her own mac and cheese. She's coming out with her own pancakes, waffles.
Sweet potato pie.
Ooh. But some of the key takeaways was that she thought Jasmine Sullivan didn't like her when it really was truly that Jasmine Sullivan was shy when she got around her. Who wouldn't be shy once they got around Auntie Patti? She also spoke about her relationship with Aretha Franklin. A lot of people were trying to say they were beefing when really they weren't, and they were actually supposed to record a song before Aretha passed, but unfortunately that did not happen. And then she also said that basically she met Luther, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew this, but she basically met Luther because he came to her being a stylist, and he was actually the first person to be a president of her fan club. So it's a whole lot more that we got to divulge into, but y'all please go check it out. It is now live and streaming on YouTube and Revolt. And Auntie Patti got a whole lot to talk about.
I think Auntie Patty cool, Miss J. I don't know. You said who wouldn't be shy? Somebody like me, man. Miss Patty will be vibing, honey. I don't think I'll be shy, man. Miss Patty will be vibing it out, baby girl. I don't know.
Okay, did you see that picture of her and JT?
Right.
JT.
Look, Patty might can teach me some things, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Look, cause baby, me and Auntie Patty put hello.
Girl,
Oh, I'm fucking with Auntie Patty. I love the interview. So y'all check it out if y'all haven't.
Yes, and speaking of beauty, the beautiful Miss Lauren London, she sat down with Angela Yee on a podcast saying that we're all going to die podcast. Now, this podcast was a little bit touching to me. And I say that because Lauren London, she finally has opened up more in depth since the passing of Nipsey Hussle. Excuse me. Since the passing of Nipsey Hussle, Lauren London has opened up about pretty much how she has gotten to know herself more, how she's in a new state and a new stage in her life since the passing of Nipsey. And she also pretty much stated that she's a new girl now, meaning that, you know, she's changed a lot since then. She has realized a lot. And, you know, honestly, you all watching that podcast, what I got out of it is humbleness. Speaking of beautiful, the beautiful Miss Lauren London sat down with Angela Martinez, and she pretty much sat down with her in her podcast. The podcast was titled "We're All Going to Die." And in that podcast, after watching it, I pretty much got a lot of humbleness out of it. Lauren, she pretty much stated that she's in a new space right now in her life since the passing of Hussle. She also stated that she's a new girl right now. She learned a lot about herself, and she changed a lot since the passing of him. And I've also recalled in the podcast reviewing one part where she was saying that when it happened and when she first heard Nipsey got shot, she said she prayed, like, you know, she was praying. And then she said that when she heard he passed away, in her mind, she was like, God, did you hear my prayer? And she said during that time in her grieving stage that, you know, she asked herself, why me, why me? And she stated that once she became closer to God and got a chance to know herself more, that she said, why not me? You know, and so with that, I got so much humbleness out of it. Angela Martinez stated that when she was in a car accident, before she got into their car accident, she was different. She felt like, you know, she had it all together. She was on point. She was focused. And then when that happened, she kind of had to relearn some things. So you all, when I say this podcast was so humbling, and when I say that to say, it showed me that no matter who you are, no matter how you look, no matter how much money you have, no matter how famous you are, life happens. Life happens to all of us. And that's something that we cannot get way out of, you know what I mean? And so watching that and watching Lauren be so strong now, it's motivating, it's encouraging to other people because she's not the only one dealing with that. And as life goes on, sad to say, she is not going to be the only one dealing with that. And it felt so good to see her at a better state now and being so positive now. And, you know, like she said in the interview, at the end of the day, we're all going to die. And it may sound bad, but it's real, it's life. And like she said, that instead of for us being like, let's fix this, get through it with someone. She said that when she was going through it in her grieving stage the most, she just wanted and needed someone there for her. So you all, I felt like that podcast was so phenomenal. And if you all have not watched it, I truly encourage everyone to watch it. It's so motivating. It's humbling. It's a humbling experience. And I just feel as if Lauren, she's doing better, but I feel that she's wiser now. After watching that interview, she's wise, she's cautious, and, you know, she's at a better state now. So I felt really good about the podcast. Ms. J, I mean, have you watched it, Brody? Have you watched it? Have you all got a chance to kind of tune in a little bit to see? It's kind of long, but, you know.
I haven't saw it yet, but honey, when I just tell you spoke to me, baby, woo, child, I made me want to go watch it. I'm like, shoot, let me go pick it up right now, honey. Where's my YouTube? But let me tell you one thing I know about me. I love Lauren London. I think she is just a soul, like an amazing soul. And I know, like when Nipsey passed, like that was her. They were soulmates. You know, I feel like, granted, they were put together for a reason. You know, and I just feel like ultimately, just her, everything she does to continue his legacy. As far as like her continuously saying best friends with YG, because, you know, YG and Nipsey were best friends, and literally just allowing him to take his part in doing things for Nipsey, or just being there for his children and his other baby mamas. And it's just so inspirational to me. Like, I enjoy seeing her get back into acting and her doing her career. But, you know, I 100% think that if you haven't seen it, well, like me, I haven't seen it, but I'm about to go watch it.
Me too. I'm telling you, it's really good. Seriously.
Yeah, I haven't watched it all the way through, but I saw a lot of clips on social media about it. And one clip that I saw that really stood out to me was her saying basically like, it's different when you sit on that front row at a funeral. You know, it really makes you take life into perspective and realize how short life is and how much of a gift it really is to live on a day-to-day basis and be able to move around, live as long as you can. She was like, you know, you just got to really take it all into perspective and take a step back and just really analyze everything overall. I definitely can relate to her because I lost my dad 2 years ago, and sitting on that front row, that's a hurt and a pain that you will never feel. You can go to millions of funerals throughout your lifespan, but for you to be on that front row or even that second row, within the first 2 rows of any pews in a church, it makes it so much harder for you to swallow that pill, and reality sits in like, this person is no longer living. This person you've had for however many years her and Nipsey were together, like, she has to figure out how to maneuver life with their child and his other child, his daughter. She has to figure out how to maneuver life without him being there, and she has to step up and take on that role of being their father. So my hat goes off to her for speaking out and being so forward and transparent about everything. And like you said, Brody, going forward with her own career, her own life, because at the same time, she still has her own life that she has to live. So kudos to her. Kudos to Angie Martinez for getting her to sit down, because I think this is one of the very few, if not the first, interviews that she's done since his passing.
Yes, it is. And you know, that's that with Lauren London. We wish her the best, and I want to continue to see her succeed and do well. So transitioning a little bit, you all, speaking of history and all of that, I don't know if you all heard, but Sprite, the lemon lime drink, honey. So its signature green bottle, the bottle has been used for 61 years. Sprite introduced their first appearance in the United States in 1961. And within those years, they have used the green bottle, but now they are going back to the clear bottles that are supposed to be more sustainable. Now, I don't really know what Sprite, I don't know where this conclusion came from, but their parent Coca-Cola announced this past Wednesday, July 27, and they are planning to launch on August 1st with their new clear bottles. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I know things change, and I know, but sometimes I also look at it as if it's working, why change it? You know what I mean? Like, you kind of get what I'm going, like, if it works, why change? It's been 61 years. You all launched in 1961, and now all of a sudden you all are, and I don't know if this is something to engage more to the drink, I don't know, but to me it's a little bit interesting, because 61 years, you all, I can see it better if it was even 20, but 61, and now you all are going in and changing this. So we're going to see how this ends up for Sprite. I hope it ends up well. I mean, I hope, you know, maybe something is coming behind this. Do you all think that they're planning to do something else coming along after this? Because to me, it's kind of random a little bit, to me.
It's very random. I don't know, like you said, Destiny, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Like, everybody knows Sprite specifically for their green bottle. Like, of course, you got the ginger ale and everything else, but those were followers. Let's be for real. Sprite was the first one to really come out with the green bottle. So I don't know if it has anything to do with inflation. Maybe it costs a little bit more to have the colored bottles versus the clear bottles. Maybe they just decided, okay, it's time to change. It's time to evolve. I don't really know. As long as they ain't changing the recipe of the Sprite, I don't really care if it's a clear or a green bottle. Just give me my Sprite. Sprite is my go-to. If I'm going to drink some pop or some soda, that's exactly where I'm going to. That's my first option besides Pepsi, but Sprite is definitely where it's at. So just don't change the recipe. I don't care about the bottle. You can change the bottle all day, but leave the recipe the same. That's all I'm asking from Coca-Cola.
Listen, I just feel like, you know, listen, green, blue, yellow, green, just throw it in there, honey. Because at this point, I'm just like, you know, a bottle is a bottle. I'm going to still drink it the way it is. Right. I'm not really a big Sprite drinker. I'm more of a Dr. Pepper guy. But, you know, at the end of the day, honey, if it blend in with the little vending machine that they put it in, child, just pray that you're getting a Sprite, honey, because I don't know what you're going to get. But... you know, I got a little Sprite for you. Y'all ready for this?
We ready.
So I don't know if y'all saw Diddy's live, but he was just going in about motivation, inspiration, and yeah, love life, you know, because his name is Love now, Love. welcome to me. But honey, he was zooming around trying to show everybody how happy he was around him. Bloop! Who was that in the corner? His alleged new girlfriend. I wonder if they real bad, honey, because apparently this is his real girlfriend. Him and Young Miami are not necessarily together. You know, the girl made a little comment saying pretty much like, you know, this is mommy. And, you know, like, I don't know if she's trying to do it for like, to get her name out there because, you know, Diddy is in his whole, like, you know, I'm peaceful, you know, kind of vibe right now. But even if you look at the comments when I was looking at the comments on the live, like his son, King Combs, all them was cracking up like, come on, daddy, you supposed to know better. How you gonna have your hoes in the background getting caught up? She's sipping a hookah. She's get her ass up. You see me moving the camera, bitch. I mean, you need to get the fuck up so I can get this around. You want to stick around? You want to get this shopping free? You want to live in all this? Bitch, get up, move. So he done got caught up now. So Young Miami apparently is going through all this mental issues. Like she's like in distress. She's like, this my man. You know, you ain't taking my man, and all that. But you know, apparently, but at the end of the day, I'm wondering if this was really just a publicity stunt because you know he did the whole "Gotta Move On" video, which features Bryson Tiller, that came out, and maybe he wanted everybody to get in because he wants more focus on his music. Because it's been a while since Diddy did like the, you know, let me see you get loose record, and you know. The song is definitely hitting the charts right now, and people are getting up, moving to it. So what do y'all think? Because Young Miami wasn't the featured girl in there. It was, what's the girl from Empire Sucks? So Soraya was one of the leads.
Oh, yeah, Soraya. Yep.
Joy, I always say Joie, but Joy was the main girl at the end who ended up leaving with Diddy. And then Young Miami had her little voice raining through the club like she was DJ. So like, where you at, girl? Why you not the star and role? So I really want to know what's really going on, you know?
I mean, so I'm gonna just say this, honey. First of all, I can recall Young Miami when her and the other girl, what was the other girl name that, and this was like a month ago with Diddy, she was claiming that she was his girlfriend. She recorded that kind of diss song or whatever, and her and Miami was going back and forth, and like Young Miami told her, ain't no way I'll be fucking on a big in there when my frontage will look like that and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna just say this because I've also seen Young Miami pretty much say that, you know, they were just having fun. She was single, you know, they were having fun. It was nothing like that. But then on the flip side, I personally feel as if she is either catching feelings for Diddy or she already has some feelings for Diddy, because all of a sudden now you going through this mental breakdown issue, and you know, you're saying your body is aching and all that kind of stuff when allegedly he has been spotted with his real girlfriend. So now I'm just feeling like, what's really going on, Young Miami? Is this somebody who you want, you fell for, your sugar daddy, and now your sugar daddy got other stuff going on? Or is it that you just hate to see your sugar daddy giving his sugar and his daddy-ish to other women? What's really going on? Because I just need to know, you feel me? Because Young Miami, I like you and you're a beautiful girl, but your tune was a little different about a month ago when it came down to my guy. So now I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Real bad.
I'm with you on that one, Destiny. I feel like Young Miami is definitely in her feelings right now, as she should be, because she's been going back and forth with Gina on social media. Diddy has been rumored to mess around with Joy, who also has had dealings with Future, who she got a baby with, who also Diddy was messing around with. What is her doggone name? Why I can't think of. What's her name? The Harvey daughter. What's her name?
Lori
Harvey. There you go. Okay. So Diddy has also been rumored to mess around with Lori Harvey, who also messes with people. Like, it's just a big old mess.
She messed with his son too, right?
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. It's just so much going on right now. Diddy got a whole lot going on. I think he's also trying to mend his broken heart from losing Kim, who you know he has twin daughters with. So he's just kind of weighing his options. And I mean, it's a hot boy summer. City boys is up, possibly. I don't really know. City girls might be losing.
City boys is up, honey. I just feel like ever since Diddy lost Kim, he ain't never been the same. And I personally feel like he ain't gonna be the same. You see, he ain't never married Cassie. Cass had to go on with her life because he ain't married her, honey. So I'm just saying, child.
It's all the pass around for me.
She's married with a baby.
Yes.
Child. Again, like I said, it's all the pass arounds for me. But, you know, speaking of city boys, I don't know if y'all saw my boy Stephon Johnson. Pretty much, like, he went live the other day and he was pretty much talking about, like, you know, he was like, he had to call off his engagement to his fiance because pretty much she didn't want to sign a prenup. And he was like, yo, like, I don't deal with, you know, if you can't sign a prenup, that just shows me, like, you don't fucking love me. Clearly, what we doing here? You only here for the money. You only here for the clout. You know, and he went in. When I tell you, he was smoking a blunt. I don't know if he was in his feelings, what he was sipping on, but my boy was on live cutting up. He was like, you know, fuck her, da-da-da-da-da. It's, you know, bitches are replaceable, da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, you know, I just feel like there's give and take with the whole prenup situation. You know, granted, I get it, you're in that industry, you know, you got to protect your assets and all stuff like that. But then it's also, too, you know, if you know you're not in the mental space to get married and you feel like you continuously lead on this woman, why are y'all still, like, going on? Like, if you want her to be a jump off, let her be a jump off. You know, give her a little change, give her a little allowance, you know. That you do you, then move on. But you proposed to her, so there was some point that you loved her. So why are you backpedaling now that she don't want to, you know, sign a prenup?
Coffee, for one, not ready for that commitment. For two, if you can't trust a woman to, you know, have your best intentions, why are you even trying to marry her? That's my question. Like, when you're about to marry someone, you should know, you should have strong confidence that she has my best interest at heart. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna do anything harm me or harm us or harm what I have going on. So if you even happen to question that, baby boy, why are you even proposing? Let me start there. You know what I'm saying?
And she got the ring now. She can take that and pawn that, honey.
So,
right. Hello. Well, I'm not even mad at him for feeling like that, because when people get that ring on their finger, they start switching up and they become a whole different person than they were when y'all was first dating. So if he felt like that was the best thing for him to do to protect himself, I'm here for it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm in that position and if I got more or my assets outweigh my significant others, I'm most definitely going to have you sign a prenup, because what you not going to do is switch up on me after we say I do, and then we standing in court and now I'm saying I'm broke. Like, you're not going to play me and talk me out of my money or my assets in order to benefit yourself. So I can't really be mad at him. Maybe something has happened that we don't even know about behind the scenes that made him feel like we got to go ahead, separate part and go separate ways. And maybe she'll just get her shit together. I don't really know. I don't know. We not in that part of their relationship. We not in their bedroom. We don't know what's happening behind closed doors. I wish both of them the best. I'm a lover for love. So hopefully maybe they can work things out. They can rekindle, take a little break, and come back and talk like two level-headed adults, and then make things work from there. I don't know.
Hopefully.
If not, he can call me, because I'll be a sugar baby.
Oh my boy, blow up Brody.
Where you at?
Or you can call me.
Call my boy Lord Brody.
Look, me and Brody gonna be fighting it out over Stephon, but you know, we gonna figure it out. But y'all, that's all we have for today for our juicy topics. Make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms, including YouTube, Fanbase, and Instagram, if you want to see all the snippets and full episodes from us and with the latest and juiciest pop news. So y'all make sure y'all continue to stay tuned to Juicy Pop, because that's all we got for y'all today. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Love y'all.